Thanks so much for joining us here on Fox 9, Fox Local, as we track another winter weather system today. It's good to be with you. I'm Simone Woolridge.
Yeah, we hope you're all hanging in there right now. I'm Kelsey Carlson, and we do have a lot of weather to talk about. More snow arriving across the state, just like Chief Meteorologist Ian Leonard said it would. And so we want to go to Ian first to talk about what we're tracking right now and what we could see for the next few hours.
Yeah, well, here's a live look outside. Gives you an idea. And for perspective, this is Southwest Metro. This is Eden Prairie. This is where 394 kind of makes the loop. That's going to Bloomington. This is coming through Eden Prairie, and you get the idea. The interstate is a bit of a crawl, and the roads are snow covered. Biggest problem is, look, we got the chemicals down, and it's a perfect temperature for chemicals to work. But more snow falling on the snow that's melting in the road salt creates this kind of slushy slurry. Not ice, but more of a slurry, and it makes it so very greasy outside. Last 6 hours, look at this Clipper system coming on through. Now, last night I said finding the track of the Clipper is everything, and it was going to wobble, but I used I-94 as the track, and pretty much that's what's happening. Area of low pressure is spinning about here. Notice, though, as the low spins, there's nothing behind it to the west. Everything in front of it here to the northeast. That's where we'll see the heaviest snow pile up in the next couple of hours. But an interesting notion here off to the south, the pink area here is a rain-snow mix. It's sliding slowly here off to the south and to the southeast. It should nudge into the metro. It's going to eradicate the snowpack we already had, and it's going to help in the compaction rate. In other words, the snow packing down on itself. But there is some bright bands here, some big flakes, and in the background, the colors. Everywhere to the north and east of the overall track of the low here is where we should see the heaviest snows. That's the winter storm warning, and it does include the north and east portions of the Twin Cities metro. Winter weather advisory just off to the south. So look, it is a rain, wintry mix, snow and wind event tonight. Most people, they want to talk totals. These are not totals. These are potentials if the storm stays in its present position. And you'll notice the deeper purples, 6 to 9 inches here across the metro and up toward Mille Lacs. While we talk more 2 to 4 for areas of the south after a couple of wobbles overnight. I want to send things out to my friend Rob Olson, who's in Forest Lake. Rob, you are in the heart of the heaviest snow, and as much as I love you and call you friend, I'm glad it's you that's outside. But what's going on, my friend?
Oh, I love this. This is great. What's going on is I'm getting a face full of snow here, certainly. We're along 35 here at Forest Lake. That is south behind me, and boy, not a lot of traffic coming this way right now, but what I've seen here is moving a little bit slower, but pretty steady. You know, nothing significant here, although the surface of the road here has been steadily disappearing here over the last couple of hours. Here comes somebody that can tell you. I mean, it's maybe not full speed, but pretty close to it right now, but certainly getting slick out there. And this wind is really driving this snow over the last couple hours. Show you some of the video we took from just a little bit ago before the sun went down to get a better view of the snowfall here. Like much of the metro began snowing up here probably around 1 o'clock or so, between noon and 1 o'clock, and it's been picking up the pace ever since. Very steady, and you can tell that with this wind-driven event here and the snow that's going to keep coming down steady, that it could definitely pile up here. We've seen a lot of plows getting out and about as well, loading up with the sand and the salt to get out there to attack these roads. I want to show you now a little bit of a time lapse we did. Kind of hard to tell if you can see, but this was a GoPro on the ground running for maybe 90 minutes or so once the snow really started picking up speed, and in that time it kind of came up over part of that camera lens. I mean, just a steady rise of snow here as we head through the afternoon and into the night. All right, back out to the live picture now. And you can see the wind. Now that is coming from the east to the west. It's been that way most of the day. Pretty steady wind that's really blowing this around and, making the snow a little bit painful if you're facing in the wrong direction here. But again, a steady rise of this, a steady decline in the road conditions out there. And you can see the traffic starting to just gradually move slower and slower. And I can tell you visibility is becoming an issue out here too, certainly after the sunset, getting a little harder to see in spots. And for more on that, let's head to my colleague, Mike Manzoni, in our weather tracker, checking out exactly what this is doing to the road conditions in and around the metro area. Mike.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, we're kind of seeing the same thing out here. We're in Bloomington on 494 heading eastbound. This is the front camera that we have on our weather tracker here. It's hard to see the roads from this vantage point, but it's that kind of slushy, kind of snow, greasy mix that Ian was mentioning, and it's making it kind of hard to get traction. Luckily, we're kind of crawling along at just 6 miles an hour right now. So traffic is heavy, more or less what you'd expect at this hour during the afternoon rush. A lot of people on their way home from work. The fact that most of us are going under 10 miles an hour seems to be helping a bit, but that snow that we got in the last several hours has kind of coated the highway. They don't really seem to be very clear. I haven't seen any MnDOT crews, at least not yet. We've been on the road for maybe 20-25 minutes or so. We will continue to monitor conditions out here along 494 and have more updates throughout the rest of the evening. For now, we're live in Bloomington. Mike Manzoni, Fox 9.
All right, it'll take people a while to get to where they're going.
I know. So my husband just drove that route as well, the same route that Mike's on right now. About 8 miles an hour, he said he was going.
Oof.
So I think it's just a slow and steady ride. Just be careful out there wherever you're going. And of course, Ian is on top of this. Any changes, just stay with us and Fox 9 for the rest of the night.